Evelyn had spent years trying to prove herself. At work, in relationships, even in friendships, she always felt like she was giving more than she got. She was smart, ambitious, and kind, yet somehow she kept ending up in places where she felt unseen. One evening, after another exhausting day at work where her ideas were overlooked in meetings, she visited her grandfather. He was a retired jeweler, a man who had seen the value in things others ignored. He greeted her with a warm smile and handed her a small, rough stone. "I want you to do something for me," he said. "Take this stone and find out how much it's worth." Evelyn frowned. "Why? Just trust me," he said. So, she set out the next day. Her first stop was a thrift shop, the kind that sold old trinkets and cheap jewelry. The owner barely looked at the stone before shrugging. "Maybe $5," he said. "I could use it as a paperweight." Evelyn thanked him and walked out. Next, she went to a pawn shop. The man behind the counter inspected the stone a little longer. "It's got an interesting texture," he said, "but nothing special. I'll give you $50." She left, feeling slightly annoyed but still curious. Her final stop was a luxury jewelry boutique. The moment she walked in, everything felt different. The lighting, the scent of fresh flowers, the gleaming display cases. A well-dressed jeweler took the stone, examined it under a bright light, then suddenly looked up at her, eyes wide. "Where did you get this?" he asked. "My grandfather gave it to me," she said cautiously. The jeweler set the stone down gently, as if it were fragile. "This is an unpolished diamond. If cut correctly, it could be worth millions." Evelyn just stared at him. Millions? That night, she went back to her grandfather, holding the stone like it was something sacred. "Did you see what happened?" he asked with a smile. She nodded. "The same stone, 3 different places, 3 different values." "Exactly," he said. "Some people will only see you as a $5 rock. Some might see a little more, but only the ones who truly understand value will see your worth for what it really is. Never let the wrong people determine what you're worth." Evelyn felt something shift inside her. She thought about all the time she had settled, at work, in love, in friendships, because she had let people with limited vision define her. Not anymore. From that day forward, she stopped explaining herself to people who couldn't see her value. She stopped proving her worth to those who were blind to it. She stopped settling for anything less than she deserved. Because she wasn't a $5 rock. She was a diamond, and the right people, they would know it.